Like you. Like you. Yeah, like you. Love you. Love you, man. Love you too. Yeah. So, hello. I'm Ethan Pavao. We're here at the Tuner Show. So today we're going to be talking about a Puerto Rican poet went by the name of William Carlos Williams. So he was born to an English father and a Puerto Rican/French mother in 18 something something. And yeah, so he practiced both general medicine and pediatrics as well as poetry from high school through university. So from an early on, he had a very good interest in painting, and he enjoyed painting thoroughly. So he carried that on through his whole life. He was very creative and artistic. So he picked up poetry in high school, where he started studying poetry and pediatrics at the medical school of Pennsylvania. He had a very highly visual writing style. Therefore, you could picture points or his poems very well and his writing very well. He could very good imagery. So William Carlos Williams went on to die at the age of 79, unfortunately, due to a series of strokes. So some famous poems he wrote were The Red Wheelbarrow, Two Elise, and Autumn. And from his writing, critics such as Randall Jarrell said things like, William Carlos Williams is a magically observant and mimetic as a good novelist. He reproduces the details of what he sees with surprising freshness, clarity, and economy. And he sees just as extraordinarily and sometimes the forms of this earth. The spirit moving behind the letters, his quick, transparent lines have the nervous and contracted strength, but move as jerkily and intently as a bird. So Randall Jarrell had a lot of good things to say about William Carlos Williams, and just his writing style and overall him as a person. So we actually were fortunate enough to get a hold of William Carlos Williams' ghost, right here. So here's what he had to say. So as we can see here, started off the conversation saying, "Hey man, my name is Ethan Pavao from the Tuner Show." He gave me a nice response of, "Hey bro." I said, "What's up?" So it turns out he was chilling with the boys, big Saturday night. So I said, "Cool man, could you tell us a bit about yourself?" So here's what he told us about himself. He was a Puerto Rican poet / doctor, like I mentioned. He believed that the world is a very depressing place. His favorite movie is Step Brothers, and his favorite athlete is Tiger Woods. So that's what we got from the ghost of William Carlos Williams. That's it from me. Been Ethan Pavao. I'm going to send it over to Pavao Ethan now for him to read and analyze William Carlos Williams' poems.
Hello, I'm Pavao Ethan from the Tuner Show. Today, we'll be talking about William Carlos Williams and analyzing his poems. So the first poem we have here is The Red Wheelbarrow. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow, glazed with rainwater beside the white chickens. This poem symbolizes human struggle. Basically, what it is saying is so much depends on one thing that can be as simple as a red wheelbarrow. And when rain/sadness and darkness hit this wheelbarrow, it can ruin so much. The white chickens represent bystanders, not doing anything to help the quote-unquote red wheelbarrow is being a bystander, like the white chickens who don't do anything. They're very innocent, and they just bystand and watch all this stuff happen, all this stuff go down. The next poem is Autumn. A stand of people by an open grave underneath the heavy leaves celebrates the cut and fill of the new road where the old man on his knees reaps a basket full of matted grasses for his goats. Autumn is a poem based around the season autumn. This symbolizes death and an end, like heavy leaves falling to the ground. But come spring, everything will be rebuilt, like a new start. In this poem, William was trying to talk about human condition and a new start. When your life ends, you start a new journey. This is apparent when the poem states, celebrates the cut and fill for the new road. Because you're celebrating a new start, almost like holiday New Year's. But no matter where you go, you find someone like the old man on his knees. Someone who's been working for years and is just looking for a new beginning. The third poem is Africa by William Carlos Williams. Quit writing, and in Morocco raise a beard. Go without a hat, like a poor Clue who braved the desert heat. Or if you will, like Herb, sit on a hotel balcony and watch your ship while the girls bring wines and food to you privately. The language, make money, organize. The language, write. So this poem is one of the few that does not describe human struggle as much as the others, like human depression and death. But it does bring a very big visual of hard labor and work, but as well as a beautiful beach and people who are just spoiled. So, for example, when it says go without a hat like a poor Clue who braved the heat, we're talking about a person who is very hard and very tough skin and doesn't let things get to him as much as somebody who would have girls bring food and wine, because that's just abuse, and it's almost like having slaves. Not okay. That would not slide in today's world. So William Carlos Williams, it really shows that he was in a modern era while writing this poem. He was way before all the rest of his time.
The Red Wheelbarrow. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rainwater beside the white chickens.